This is Miami All Access.
Coach, Providence, what have you seen and what do you guys need to do to beat them this weekend?
Well, I think they're obviously a very good hockey team. You don't get in a national tournament without being a good hockey team. Well coached, very disciplined in their system. They play a real good, solid team game, very deep in their forwards. Their defensemen are solid. You got some guys that are really good, Gilmore, Florentino, Parisi, Wallman, McKenzie, good mobile defensemen. Gillies is as good as anybody in the country. Their goaltenders, might be the best goaltender in the country. Their forwards, Saraceno, Akari, Marman, Jankowski, they're deep. They're 4 lines deep. So pretty much the same stuff that we've seen all season long in our league play. We're playing a top-notch team, and we're going to try to prepare our best and be ready to go.
What can you officially say about Riley Barber? He obviously wasn't out here for practice.
Riley Barber is questionable.
If with Coleman out for sure and possibly missing 1.5 key defensemen, or forwards rather, your defensemen were really good Saturday, and Jay was obviously very good. How much more important is that they continue to play at that level here this weekend with you being shorthanded?
Well, I think it's just important to play a good team game. It's simple as that. It doesn't matter who's in our lineup. Our team has to play as a team, and we have to take care of the things that we do well and make sure that we limit time and space for our opponent. We've played without Blake and we've played without Barber, and I mean, we're no different than any other team in the country. And Providence is a good example of that. They've had some serious injuries all year long, so you're going to have to play hard and play well and prepare well.
Coach, first, congratulations on the wins over the weekend and on the trophy. But what have you seen as far as growth late in the season? 4 really good games played in a row, brought you 3 wins in a row. What can you say about that?
Well, I think we've been playing some good hockey for quite some time. Our league forces you to play that way every weekend. I'm happy. I think I speak for the coaching staff, and we're very proud of the team and the way they've continued to grow and develop this team first attitude and doing things within our system and trusting each other, all the things that you would expect of a team that's won a championship, right? We've done those things. At the end of the day, you ask me, how much have we grown? Well, as a coach, you'd like to think that you'd play your best hockey at the right time of the season. So, the growth of the team over the course of the season has to be there in order for that to happen. And a credit goes to the players. That's on them. That's on our senior leadership, and them staying focused and really getting better every day.
Providence is a team that you've seen a few times over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of familiarity with them.
Yeah, we've played them quite a bit over the last few years, and in fact, we got them on the schedule again next year for the next 4 years after that. So, like I said, they're well coached. Their staff is some of the best coaches in the country, and they're a deep team, well-rounded team, hard team to play against, and it should be a good game.
Coach, you may not need an explanation, but has one been given to you as to why Providence was placed in their own region? Basically giving them a home game?
Yeah, I didn't think that wouldn't happen. We thought 2 things could happen. We could be playing another Eastern team, which is the same thing, and we'd be talking about that, or you play Providence. Once you get in the field of 16, we're happy to be part of it, and we're looking forward to it. This isn't anything new for us. We've been in situations where we've had to play a team from that area or a team from that city before. So we're just going to go and play. This is a national tournament. This is the fun time of the year, and we happen to be one of the 16 teams. So hopefully we'll be ready to go.
On the ice, Coach, is there an area of Miami's game that you were concerned about at the beginning of the season that they've come pretty far in? I don't know, defensively, goaltending. I don't know what it would be, but
No, I think obviously you start a new season. You always have some question marks, and how are the lines going to shake out? Who's going to step up? Who's going to play in certain areas and all that stuff? But that's no different any other year. You have to kind of develop that and try some things as you go along and hopefully solidify things throughout the season. We thought we had a good team a year ago, and we just didn't perform at the standard that we're accustomed to, and so everybody kind of my guess is everybody around the country or even around the city here kind of forgot about some of the guys that we have. But we knew we could get back to the being the team that we wanted to be. It was just a matter of putting all the pieces together, getting the young guys up to speed, and they've done a real good job of buying in and doing the things that we've asked them to do. So coupled with all the, some of the early wins, I think probably the biggest thing that you're talking about is confidence. And confidence is it's a tough thing to gain because, the old saying, coaches give confidence, or, confidence comes from within. Confidence comes from you preparing the best that you can and going out and performing. And then as you do that, you continue to build some mental toughness and you continue to build confidence in what you do, because you're doing it so many times, it becomes part of your persona of the team, if you will. So there's always question marks about that, because none of us can be in anybody else's mind, right? And so managing your own thoughts and becoming confident in what you do, that's something that has to grow within, and our job as coaches and as the leadership of the program is to hold them accountable to that. And that's been part of our culture for quite some time now. And that is their responsibility as players to manage their own performance, and the rest of us, we hold them to that standard, that accountability piece that's really important for any program.
Coach, we've talked a number of times over the year about that 60 minutes of hockey, playing full 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you think you saw that last weekend in Minneapolis?
Yeah, I kind of go back and forth on that. I don't know that you can play 60 minutes when you're playing the quality opponents that we've had to face this year, and or Saturday will be no different, because the game is so fast and there's pushback and there's flow that goes back and forth, and you've got to stay. I guess what I'm saying is you have to stay in the game for 60 minutes. I don't know you can play your perfect game for 60 minutes, but you have to be in it. We talk about bending and not breaking, focusing on your next shift. Those are the things that I think, I've come to understand a little bit more as we go through this journey, if you will. You have to stay in it for 60 minutes. Things are going to happen, and you're going to have to let things go. It's just part of the game. It just so happens to be part of life too, right? Things are going to happen to you where you got to adjust and let things go and move on, and that's probably the lesson that we've learned over the last couple of years. That some things are out of your control, but how you react to those things are really, really important. That makes the difference between a champion and maybe somebody that's not a champion.